With students going back to school, one place kids and parents should visit is an eye doctor to get their vision checked. I'm Tyrese Boone, your neighborhood news reporter in Calallen, and I spoke with health professionals about their vision to promote eye care among neighbors.
Oh my God, I haven't had an eye exam in like over 2 years.
Similar to 20-year-old Calallen resident Cheyenne Rogers, there are many people who have not scheduled or attended an appointment to get their vision checked in a long time. Many decide to put it off due to believing that their vision is fine. However, many patients that do get checked realize that their vision might not be as strong as they think.
I never knew that I had astigmatism in both of my eyes. At one point, I felt like I was able to see fine, but I never understood why I was able to see like lines and stuff through like some of the lights I would see. But I do think after this last appointment, this is the best I've seen in a while.
In addition, patients Rogers' age or younger would not know if they have vision or other health-related problems if they didn't conduct an eye exam.
Good afternoon, 5 Points Eye Care. How can I help you?
When I spoke to optometrists such as Dr. Alan Crisp, he explains they have technology that can scan patients' eyes to determine their health. This piece of equipment can show other symptoms of other health-related problems such as high blood pressure, juvenile diabetes, and more.
Checking the health of the inside of your eye when we get to this instrument and we're looking at the back of somebody's eye is super important because, there are things that occur that can happen in the back of somebody's eye in the retina that, could not be found if they didn't get in and get their eyes checked.
Dr. Chris recommends that anyone between the age of 4 to 20 should attend at least one exam, whereas adults age 40 and up should do 2. The goal of this is to promote improvement in vision and the overall health of patients.
And so, the very best thing you can do to protect that vision is to have an eye exam and have it regularly to make sure that there are no problems.
Taking care of your eyes should be a priority for everyone. Although National Eye Exam Month is coming to a close, there's still time for you to schedule an eye exam before the year is over. In Calallen, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Tyrese Boone, Chris 6 News.